Hello, hello, Taurus.
How are you? Happy June. Excited to see you. Thank you for, woo. All right, Spirit's ready to talk to you, huh? I'm glad you decided to join me. Thank you. That said, it seems like they want to talk, so let's just get right into it, huh? Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. What do you guys need to know? In the month of June, Spirit, for their highest good. What do my Taurus friends need to know? The month of June. Okay. Feels like kind of a, it's funny, yeah, I was going to say like a little bit of a breakthrough month, but the breakthrough, you know, you can't spell breakthrough without break. So it does feel like something, the truth needs to be told. Some situation that you may have done to absolute death, Taurus, but you might be questioning because, you know, you're a fixed sign, you're devoted, and you might be wondering, like, is there something else I could do? Could I try a different way? Is it me? Like, we're going to see, Taurus, we're going to see. Month of June, what do they need to know, Spirit? Lovely. And don't worry, Taurus, I'll pan you down in just one sec so you can see what I'm seeing. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, what do they need to know? What are the characters, what are the influences, the activities, what do they need to know about in the month of June? Wow. Okay. Just a couple more, please, Spirit, for Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. Huh. Okay. I'm going to need one more. What is the Spirit? What are you trying to show us? What are you trying to show us? What do you want to show me? Wow. Okay. All right, Taurus. Let's not mince words. There is a lot of success available to you this month, but when they freaking were telling me and channeled, like before, you know, when I was meditating on your energy and shuffling before I turned on the camera, which I always, you know, have my little ritual before we even shuffle on camera, they were telling me about the break, right? And some of you may be doing breakups. Some of you may be walking away from jobs. Some of you may come to the conclusion that you're just worth more. That's kind of what it feels like the uniting factor of, like, you know, of course, you know, these are general readings, Taurus, so this is for all the Tauruses. This is the tune in to hear this reading. And therefore, their Spirit is giving me different messages. For some of you, it does feel like I'm walking away from this job. Like, screw these people. They never saw my worth. They continue to give me the runaround, is the phrase that Spirit is giving me. I'm done. I quit. I'm done. You know what I mean? And for some of you, it feels like that, except relationship. Like, are you serious? I have said it as many ways that I could. I have banked my own needs. I have put my own fears and insecurities aside to try to face this, and you're still gonna give me kind of like the, like, stonewalling is kind of the impression that Spirit is giving me. And I'm not laughing at you, Taurus. Spirit just said, like, and you know what a bull does when you put a wall up in front of it, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody tries to put a wall in front of you, it's the same as dropping a red cape in front of you and just, I'm going to show you your cards, Taurus, right? So you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, we're going to get into it. No worries. We're going to make it all make sense. I'm pushing stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody put a wall in front of me. Okay. All right. So you can see, Taurus, that it feels like the start of the month There's a little bit of hesitation. There's a little bit of fear and insecurity. This is like, can I do it? Am I capable? If you notice, the woman in the card is neither tied up, nor tied down, nor guarded. She's kind of just kneeling there, pulling on her own hair, wearing a blindfold. By all appearances, she could just stand up when she's ready, remove the blindfold, and move forward. And I feel that that's what a lot of you are doing this month. Like, I mean, followed by strength, and then boom, the Ten of Swords of, yeah, I am walking away. You know what? I just realized that I've been standing here pulling on my own hair and worrying and thinking maybe I'm the problem, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing enough, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not worthy, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I am super fucking worthy. Fuck this. Pardon my language, Taurus, if that is not your jam. I just can't help but these are blunt cards. The Page of Swords herself here is a blunt card of tell the truth even if it shakes the room. And I feel, again, these are general readings, Taurus. And Spirit is showing me both options. Spirit is showing me that for some of you, they're telling you that you need to tell the truth, even if it's upsetting. That, you know, you've done everything that you could. You've given this a lot of thought to the point of like analysis paralysis. And it's okay to recognize your worth, to realize even the ways in which you might have been limiting yourself, and to forgive yourself for that. That is what the Strength card is about. This is not physical strength. This is emotional, mental, psychological, inner strength that they're asking you to go within and to look at the aspects of yourself. You know, it's a lion, right? And it's a lady kneeling with a lion. They could have chosen a lot of images to illustrate strength, but they choose this gentle, compassionate image of a woman coming up against, you know, a primal force of strength and ferocity, and yet it sits for her. It is tame for her because she approaches it with loving confidence and compassion. Her hands are near its open mouth, and yet all is well. All is very well. As a matter of fact, when you go and consult and soothe your inner beast, Taurus, the parts of you that you might see as animal, as uncontrollable, as something that needs to be caged or tamed or beaten, it's really that it needs to be loved. Your depression needs to be loved. Your jealousy needs to be loved. Your insecurity needs to be loved. Doesn't need to be instructed, doesn't need to be obliterated. It needs to be forgiven. When you shine compassion and love on yourself, you're going to see things very differently. Your world is sort of being turned upside down this month, and that brings enlightenment. The Hanged Man is all about the revelations that we can have when we just simply change our perspective. Just like the Strength card, it's not about changing anything on the outside, it's about going within, and when you shift your perspective, oh my God, I didn't see it that way, but actually, I'm amazing. You have a victory coming to you in June, Taurus. A chance to show the world what you've done and have people celebrating you. So if you've been waiting to make a debut, or if you've been waiting to hear back about like a job or a project or a creative work that you've tried to put out into the world, they're telling me a lot of you are getting good news about it. It's shifting things in your life. Looks to me like it's for the better. The Two of Pentacles tells me that you might be doing a little changing up and rebalancing of your finances, which is partially why I'm feeling a lot of you, it's leaving one job to have another. Like, okay, cool, I finally got the yes from this other place, so here's my 2 weeks. Bye. Don't let the door hit you, as they say. And that Two of Pentacles, that flexibility, that adaptability that you bring into your life is bringing gifts, blessings. Ace of Cups is love. And part of the reason I said, whoa, when I was laying out your cards before you could see them, was this little arrangement. Not just in the spread together, but right next to each other, the King and the Queen of Swords. So, Taurus, Which one of these are you? One of these people is you. For a lot of you, they're coming in strongly with your partner, your spouse, your significant other. King and Queen of Swords, the Tower, the Lovers. I don't mean to scare any of you, Taurus, and this is where I'm going to remind you that these are general readings, so I get messages for all the different Tauruses that are here, and if something is ringing true enough or inspiring enough questions that you want a personal reading, all of my info is going to be linked below. Please feel free to use it. I would love that. But what they're telling me for some of you is there is a mighty change coming around your relationship. The King and the Queen of Swords, what they have in common is great honesty, great dignity. They both cut through lies and obfuscations. They don't have any patience for it. They don't have the time. And look, this Tower is either going to bring you apart or bring you together. When I said that I needed a bonus card, like I needed a card to kind of clarify this, that was the second whoa, because I was like, okay, I mean, look at this image, right? Some kind of meteor, something striking this place, and it's knocking everything apart. Two people tumble from the top of the tower. Seems catastrophic, right? And I pull this clarifier. What do we have? A meteor landing. The Eight of Wands. This is a gate. This is a gateway. There is opportunity in this shaking up of your foundation. Some of you might get what other people would see as cataclysmic news. Maybe, like I said, for some of you, maybe you're not walking away from the job. Maybe one of you gets let go. And it's like, okay, is this going to tear us apart or bring us together? This shakeup can be used as a breakthrough. The Tower can sometimes be a blessing. Now, I don't want to bypass the difficulty of the Tower. The Tower is something coming into your life like a bolt out of the blue that shakes things up and changes things and knocks down something that you thought was like a foundation, an institution in your life, something that was going to last forever, suddenly gets shaken apart out of nowhere. Now, if you have a partner, Taurus, and you love this partner and you want to make it work no matter what happens, then that is what you can do. You know, your free will is everything. A tarot reading is a wonderful way of seeing, okay, how have my past and present decisions, how are they affecting my future? What kind of trajectory are they creating? But your free will, the beauty of having a reading is that if you don't like the way it's going, you can pivot now. You can start making adjustments now. You can go to your spouse or your partner or whoever you think this person is. This could be your partner in business. This could be your partner in creativity if it's not a romantic partner. A lot of Tauruses, okay? Go to this partner and, you know, it's like I said, these are both very honest, honorable people. Just ask them how things are going. Are things okay? You know, is there a tower in my future or are we doing pretty well? Are we understanding each other? Is this something that's coming from the outside? Is this something that we can mitigate right now by just putting all our cards on the table? No pun intended. And hashing out any problems we might have so that it doesn't have to be a tower. It can be like a controlled demolition. You know what I'm saying? Then that's what Spirit just said. Because look what's on the other side of this. Both this clarifying card and this Lover's card give me hope for what this tower can mean. Sometimes the tower needs to fall apart because it was a job or a relationship or a situation that was unsustainable, untenable, unhealthy, and it needed to go anyway. So the Lover says to me that there is real unity and passion and the pursuit of something truly like mutually enlivening, like a symbiotic, wonderful, inspiring relationship on the other side of that tower. Okay, Spirit just said, for some of you, it is simply that you cannot look at things the same way anymore. This epiphany that you have and the confidence that you kind of get back to flex and change because you are more confident and you're more like, okay, I'm going to try something different and see if it works, and it does. For some of you, that may upset the apple cart of people around you. Like, you're not like this. What is happening? What are you suddenly wanting this or that from me when before you were happy to just kind of sit back and let me do whatever I wanted? Like, you know what I mean? Well, no, now I value myself and I'm going to expect certain things from you. And let me tell you this, Taurus, if that statement of like, I'm worthy of better than this and I would like better than this is enough to shake the relationship apart, no matter what kind of friendship, love, business, whatever this is, then, you know, I don't mean to be cliched, but it's like, then it really was not going to withstand your whole life anyway. You can't hold, you can do whatever you want. Like I said, free will is everything. But this is what Spirit is saying, is like, you cannot set yourself on fire to keep other people warm and expect for that relationship to feel good and nourishing and mutually enlivening. And you just clearly deserve a little better this month in whatever arena it is. And Spirit is asking you to challenge yourself to speak the truth, even if it might shake things up. Because for some of you, yes, it might shake up so much that you have to get rid of the job or the partner or the situation or the friend. But for some of you, it's like, wow, now we can finally really have this beautiful, passionate, incredible relationship. Or just now that that's out of my way, I can pursue my passion. Because that's what the Lover's card is. It's sometimes about love, but it's always about pursuing the path that feels really authentic and real and passionate and like, this lights me up. This is setting me on fire. My heart is on fire for this. Okay. All right. So, all that said, let's now get a little bit more information by looking at your Fiercely Focused spread. And if you haven't been here before, Taurus, this is just when I take a simple 5-card spread from a different deck of cards, looking at a theme for your month, what Spirit most wants you to be aware of, embody, or take action on, and then the action steps they want to offer you when it comes to the 4 elements, earth, air, water, fire, meaning, you know, the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Okay, so what's the theme for Taurus this month, Spirit? What's the theme for Taurus in June? Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. What do they need to know, Spirit, for their highest good this month? Temperance. Balance, give and take. There's kind of a theme here of if you cannot ask for something without things falling apart, then it's not reasonable. Temperance is telling you to care for yourself, to recognize your power. And that's what they're telling me. With temperance, the word power is not usually something I see with temperance, but that is what they're telling me, is you have... that you're they just said you're shifting the balance of power, and temperance is about balance. So now I can see what they were getting at. Shifting the balance of power this month actually makes it possible, see this crown hovering above the path there, makes it possible for you to get where you want to go. Be calm and kind with yourself and with other people this month. Replenish your resources. Recognize your role in the situations going on around you. Don't be afraid to do that self-reflection, and that it may mean that you do come to some shocking new perspectives, but they're clearing the way for better flow. I especially like this because you have that Ace of Cups of blessings and love and forgiveness and like thawing, you know what I mean? Things moving again. Now, that said, let's look at, okay, Spirit is also telling me on a really mundane level, watch your hydration. Like, drink enough water. Get, you know, try to get yourself in your body and mind in balance, okay? Okay. All right. So what's going on for Taurus in the earthly realm, Spirit? Money, resources, efforts, career, business. What do they need to know in June? This month, Spirit, for their highest good. Taurus, June 2018. Take a pause. Reflect. How are things working for you? How are things not working for you? As the case may be, what habits, what steps have been actually creating the kind of harvest that you want. Like, which seeds have you sown that have really turned out beautifully, and which seeds have you sown that just turned up barren earth? You know, don't be afraid to change the way that you're working. Again, they're kind of hammering home that for some of you, this could be a change in occupation. Like, you know what, that was all good and I learned a lot, but I think I'm ready to plant something new. That is what they're telling me. You'll have to let me know, Taurus. Let me know in the comments. Okay. All right. So now, in fact, actually, Taurus, I want to look at you for the last little bit of your reading as we close up. Yay. Okay. All right. So now let's look at the mental realm. What you're speaking and hearing about, Taurus, in June. What kind of discussions, thoughts, conflicts, or people might be presenting themselves in June. Haha. Can't make this stuff up. Here's the King of Swords again. So who is this to you, Taurus? This may mean that you are the Queen of Swords, as opposed to, and that doesn't have anything to do with your gender, it's that queens are more creator, kings are more conquerors. Who is it that might, this is what Spirit just said, okay. Who is it that might have a little bit of like their foot on your throat in a way of like, what I say goes, I know what the truth is, I know what's real and what's not real, and you need to basically, there needs to be a situation where it's equal, where it's level, whatever partnership, relationship, or even like a working, like even if this person was your superior, they still need to give you basic like decency. You know what I mean? It needs to feel like you can talk to this person without getting your head cut off. Clear the air. Be honest. When we encounter a tarot card, a court card, I mean, it's because, yes, they represent a real person around us, but they are there to evoke, to bring out those qualities in ourselves. And the King of Swords is a truth teller and cuts through the shit and says like, yeah, well, that's all well and good, that little speech that you just gave me, but you're still not paying me enough for what I'm doing. Oof. You know what I mean? Like they said, if it causes a tower moment, things will come back into balance. Okay. Wow. Again, can't make this stuff up. Same card, different deck. When it comes to the emotional, new love, new appreciation, new forgiveness, new beautiful feelings flowing into your life. This is really good. This is blessings, Taurus. Something new, and Spirit just used the word refreshing coming in. So I have no doubt you've had 2 aces of cups, and what is the Temperance card holding? 2 cups. 2 aces of cups. Love it. Love it. Love it. You're mixing things up in a good way. Don't worry if you upset a few things. Spirit just showed me like a breaking dam, and how sometimes we dam something up because we're like, oh, well, we need this energy, or we need, you know, to change the topography or whatever. You know, the Spirit is just giving me these messages. I'm not a civil engineer. I don't know. This is just what they're telling me. Sometimes we build a dam for that, and then it's like, oh man, we're killing the fish population. We need to destroy this dam and get everything running again. You know, there's a time for harvest. There's a time for sowing. It's time to break the dam. It's time for things to change for you, okay? Let it be a good thing. It's a good thing. Okay. And finally, Taurus, let's see what is firing you up, lighting you on fire, giving you excitement and challenge in June. Taurus, in June. Beautiful. 2 aces. Love it. Ace of Wands. Chase your inspiration. Nourish your creativity. Speak your piece. Do your thing. It's your thing, Taurus. What is it that lights you up and inspires you? It's just the beginning, but you love this. This is your art. This is your spirit. This is your passion. What is your passion? Do it. Chase it. Go for it. Crown hovering over the path. I'm excited for you, Taurus. Thank you so much again for joining me. I really, really hope that this helps you have a more incredible month. If you ever want to get a personal reading or you want to join my magic school, all that stuff is linked below. And let me know if you have questions, comments. I would love, love, love to hear from you, Taurus. Appreciate you. Hope you have a beautiful month. Oh, and keep an eye on the channel. New weekly content. Crazy. Practical magic, astrology, tarot, all of the things. Okay, love you, Taurus. Have a wonderful month, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.